Hi, everybody. Welcome to day 5 of my program. Today, we're going to be talking about verbs. So let's get into it. Okay. So, what is a verb? So, it's the action that a subject does. It's the same Latin verbs are the same as how they are in English. So, in the sentence, the family loves the girl, the family is the subject, loves is the verb, and the girl is the direct object. So you can see loves is the word because that's what the family is doing. The family loves the girl. The family is doing the action loving. They're loving, and that is what the verb is. So there are 4 conjugations in Latin, and there are 6 tenses: present, imperfect, perfect, pluperfect, future, and future perfect. We'll focus on first conjugation, present tense for now. So let's move on. Things to know: verbs will always agree in number with the subject. So if the subject is singular, so will the verb. This is the same as in English. As in the sentence, the boy runs, in English, you see how that's a singular subject needs a singular verb. And if it's the boys, it'll be the boys run, which is a plural verb and a plural subject. Verbs often contain the subject in Latin by using the endings. Each ending contains a different subject. So if you can look at the chart on the right, you see there's amo, amas, amat, amamus, amatis, amant. That's the verb endings. ost, mustis, ent. So o takes the subject I. So amo means I love. S takes the subject you. So amas is you love. Amat or T takes the subject he. So he or he, she or it. So he, she or it loves. Mus takes the subject we. So amamus is we love. Tis takes the subject you all. So amatis is you all love. And then nt takes the subject they. So amant would be they love. Today again is vocab heavy, and the dictionary entry for a verb is the first principal part, the second principal part, and the definition. The first principal part is always the first person singular of the first conjugation. So like for amo, it would be amo. The second principal part is its infinitive. Its infinitive is taking away the o, replacing it with an a, and then adding an re. So for amo, you would take away the o, so it would be ama, and then you put an a, so it would be ama, and then add an re, so amari, or just amar. So, and that is what the second principal part is, amare. So it goes amo, amare, and then the definition is to love, or love. And let's see, now we'll practice some vocab. So today's vocab, I'm just gonna so what I will do is I'll translate each word, or I'll pronounce each word and its definition, just the first principal part, not the second principal part, and then I want you to go back and maybe pause the video and you try it on your own, just to get the pronunciation well and just to understand the word better. So I'll go through it. Ambulo, to walk. Canto, to sing. Keno, to eat or dine. Clamo, to shout or yell. Do, to give or donate. Expecto, to look for or expect. Festino, to hurry. Habito, to live in or inhabit. Intro, to enter or introduce. Laboro, to work or labor. Laudo, to praise or applaud. Naro, to tell or narrate. Nato, to swim. Navigo, to sail. Paro, to prepare or get ready for. Saluto, to greet or salute. Specto, to watch, look at, or see. And then voco, to call. That's today's vocab. So each word will take on a definition, and I just want y'all to understand the connection with the word. And by doing this game, or by practicing each picture relates to each word, it will help you memorize these words faster. So let's get through it. So this word right here, this picture right here, means festino, or hurry. This picture is expecto, or to expect, or look at. This picture right here is canto, to sing. This picture is intro, to enter. This picture is do, to give. This picture is clamo, to shout. This picture is ambulo, to walk. And this picture is keno, to eat. So festino, expecto, canto, intro, do, clamo, ambulo, and keno. And those are all the words to match each picture. Take a minute to pause and maybe practice it yourself just to get familiar with the pictures and the words connection. So let's move on. So these pictures, let's see. So this word right here is navigo, to sail. This word is nato, to swim. This picture is laboro, to work. This picture is voco, to call. This picture is paro, to prepare. This picture is saluto, to greet. This picture is laudo, to applaud or to praise. This picture is specto, to watch or look at. And this picture is naro, to narrate or to tell. And yeah, just take a minute to pause and then go through these by yourself, and that should be good. Let's move on. So some practice. So I'll go through these with you. If you want to take a minute to pause and try them yourself, feel free. Use the charts above to help you with any of these things from early in the videos. Use a chart. And yeah, let's go through it. So what's the third person singular of the word give? So if you look at the Latin word for give, it's do. What is the third person singular? So if you look at the chart up like earlier, you can see that the third person singular ends with T. And the word for do or word for give is do. So how do we make the word do end with T? You have to remember that whenever you add a ending on, like a S or mustus NT or an S or a T, whenever you add on an ending, you have to change the O to an A. So the third person singular for give would be dot, D-A-T, because you add on a T and you replace an O with an A. So now, what is the infinitive of the word eat? So the word keno means eat. And like I said, the infinitive is always the second principal part. So if we look at the dictionary entry, the second principal part is kenare, which means to eat. Okay, so now, what's the translation of parat? So paro means prepare. And you know, an O always have to change an A, and then we have a T now. So what does parat mean? Well, we always know the T ending always takes a he, she, or it subject. That means it's going to be he, she, or it prepares. Okay, how about number 4? Translation. Clamare. Well, I know clamo means shout, and clamare is its infinitive. And an infinitive always translates as to blank, or to do something, right? So clamare means shout, so it should be to shout. So that's the answer, to shout. Okay, so now number 5, the second person plural of shout. So we know shout is clamo. So how do we make it second person plural? So the second person plural, if you look at the chart, ends with TIS. So how do we change clamo to having a TIS? Well, you have to remember the rule. All O's change to A's. So it would be clamatis. C-L-A-M-A-T-I-S. Clamatis for number 5. So how about number 6? The first person plural of hurry. So hurry is the same thing as festino, and we know that. But how do we make festino the first person plural? Well, if you look at the chart, the first person plural ends with mus. So how do we make festino end with mus? Again, you have to follow the rule, change the O to an A, and add an mus. So it would be festinamus for number 6. So number 7, the second person singular of the word greet. So the word greet is saluto. So how do we make saluto into the second person singular? The second person singular ends with an S. So, and again, the same rule, change the O to an A, so it would be salutas. S-A-L-U-T-A-S. Salutas. And then number 8, the third person plural of the word call. So call is the same thing as voco. And the third person plural, if you look at the chart, ends with NT. So how do we make voco end with NT? You have to replace the O, the last O, with an A, and it'll be vocant. V-O-C-A-N-T. Vocant. So here, that's it. Today you went through a lot of verbs. You went through what an infinitive is, and now you know some more vocab. Thank you all for your time today, and feel free to check out the next lesson.